Hey folks, Sean from the Outlaw Speed Shop, coming to you from the painting room. And I got some new paint today, and I wanted to share it because it turns out it's freaking awesome. And first of all, it's just a different brand, and it's paint that I use for my miniatures. And we have one brand over here, which is from Army Painter. It's called Speed Paint. And then we got contrast paints from Games Workshop over here. And I just got this new dipping inks, which is kind of the same thing, from Green Stuff World. And I was sitting down here and I brought my current project in here to do some of my fine painting. And I thought, well, hell, let me try some of this stuff on here. Oh my God. In 10 minutes, I painted the whole interior. I painted the inside of the cab. I painted some other stuff. And it's awesome. Now, you guys know that for a long time I've been using inks and washes and different things, and you can see in my paint room here I got washes, regular paints, all kinds of, whatever. And a little side note, I'll just throw this in here. If you want to know what the best kind of metallic paint for if you're going to brush, well, even airbrush, but chrome, silver, gold, copper, all that stuff. Check this stuff out. It's from Vallejo and it's called acrylic metal colors. These things are like $8 a piece, but as far as painting with a brush or spraying, I mean, this stuff is the bomb. And, I'm almost exclusively, everything I do now is acrylic paints, except for some of the, and I use some for the body, but pretty much. So let me show this, get a little up close here on this seat. And I use three different colors here. And you can see when this dries, it's still wet, but when it dries, the contrast paint, what it does is the darker stuff settles in the crevices. So the things that are supposed to be dark are darker. Okay. So you know how much pain in the ass it is to paint that with try painting that with enamel. You'll have a mess. I did that in 10 seconds. So all I got to do now is come back and hit those door handles. Bam, done. I just threw a little on the inside here just to cover up the primer. And like I said, I got the inside of the cab. I'm not trying to build a show model here. I'm just trying to get the damn thing put together so I can move on. And man, I started doing a video a while ago and I don't remember what happened, but so anyway, I mean, this stuff isn't just for figures. It's, all kinds of stuff. Like here are some figures, which you probably already seen, but Now with regular painting, this thing would probably take 4 or 5 hours to paint it. And with the contrast paints, I painted both of these because one's mounted, one's unmounted, in probably under 2 hours. And they look pretty sweet. I mean, they're not perfect. They're not Golden Demon, or Slayer's Sword, winners, but they look good. So I have been using this stuff more and more. And let me, in a minute, I'll swing around over here and show you the line of colors. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And I was doing this and thinking, damn, this is so easy. And so many, now so many things now I got to do So now I got to do the inside of here. So I think I'm going to use like a black, which I have something that looks pretty black over here. What's it called? It may not be. No, deep black. I guess that's going to be black. And this stuff is the cheapest by far. These bottles are 3 times the size of these other bottles. And matter of fact, I think do they work it per ounce or something? I don't remember. But anyway, it's like 3 times cheaper. You go on eBay, you can find this stuff. I mean, you don't have to buy a whole set like I did, but that's just what I do. I have a whole set of the Army painters, and I don't have a whole set of the GW stuff because they're so freaking expensive. And that drops into the same thing of like making washes. Everything that I do, and probably it's gonna, some of this is gonna get this. The very last thing I do before I put a sealer coat on, everything I do is I just cover this all. Get a big old brush, cover it on, let it set, and then I come back and shoot, you know, a flat sealer coat on it, do the grass, all that stuff. But basically what this stuff does is it black lines everything you've done after you've already painted it. And let me show you an example of that. I got these guys right up here. So here's something. Okay, so this is just, oh, I have actually started on this. So you can see it was just white, and it puts that dark stuff, besides the fact that it, like I say, it puts a black line on everything, and it does put a little darker spots down inside the, you know, the areas so that you can, you know, just so you get more depth. So I started doing that now because what I start off with, I'll show you this. I start off with something that's painted black, and then I paint white, and then I come back and do some more dry brushing with maybe some different colors or a couple different things. And then I put the contrast paint on. This thing will probably take 2 hours, tops, and it will look pretty damn good. But today's video is on models. So, especially if you're into old rusty stuff like I am, and just underneath painting, you know, if you're just doing regular stuff, you want to paint the floor pan, but damn, look at this for interior. I mean, and like I say, I didn't even hardly take my time. I just put that stuff on there. Look at that carpet. Looks like actual carpet. So anyhow, like I say, all I got left is the thing, and I haven't done a video on this. I'll do it when it's all done. I guess I did one when I first started building it, and it had been sitting on the shelf for months, and so I finally decided I was gonna get in here and finish it. And you can look and see we got these kind of different little colors, and it says Rusty's rust proofing. So again, from Green Stuff World, they have a whole set that has different colors for rusting. Airbrush, you know, greens, orange, brown, whatever. And that's what I did on some of these. And kind of cool. So, and the reason, there's one big reason why I do this. First of all, I like the way they look. I like the, you know, used look instead of brand new. And the it's just freaking easier. It's just easier to, you know, to get these different effects that you want to get. As you can see, the chassis is pretty, and like I say, this is just almost a quick, well, not really a quick builder, but I use the Foose chassis, 4-bar in the rear, whatever. Put 312 in there and some hubcaps, and I had to lower the inside of the bed, and so I could get it to sit down where I wanted to, and it's got a hinge on the hood here. So anyway, there's a lot of different things out there you can try, and well, I mean, the old thing used to be, and I'm going to try this, it may work, it may not, but it might be cool. So in the old days, you would use, just like I say, a black wash. I don't use black, I use sepia. And if you want to know what this wash is, it's a mix of Glass Plus and Future 4 Wax 50/50. And then I just keep adding the sepia, the water-based inks like you get it at Hobby Lobby here. And I just keep adding it until I get the, you know, the darkness that I want. But let's try something just because we can. Let me show you something right here. Let me get my little thing over here. Let's try this. Now, usually on my valve covers where I got fin valve covers, I go along there and put some black ink on, some black wash on there, you know, just to kind of give it some depth and whatever. Since we got red, and I don't know how deep this is. I should probably just be using red ink, but we're going to try this. We don't need much, so we're just going to put a couple drops down there like that. Get us a brush that's not too huge, not too small. Let's kind of move this here and take some of this. And then we're just, oh yeah, oh shit, yeah, that is the bomb right there. Oh my God, why didn't I discover this stuff long time ago? And this is just a resin valve cover that I made. Painted it with kind of a shiny, silvery, look at that. That's just sweet. And I could go through and do all kinds of different things, different colors, and really give this engine, not only just the engine, but all kinds of, I mean, if you want to talk about giving your chassis, interiors, or whatever, some depth, and plus the stuff is very easy to use. Just get a brush, put it on there. There we go, look at that. Cool. And anyway, I just was pretty happy about this stuff and wanted to share it. And the more I use this, I've been waiting a month. I ordered this stuff directly from Spain, and because, anyway, just because. And so it took, I ordered on December 3rd, and I just got it today. So it took a while to get here, but you can get this stuff. You pay double the price if you buy it here, but the shipping's half the price. So it probably works out either way. I've got, what, 36 bottles? 6, 12, 20. I got 36 bottles. These are 60 ml bottles. And after shipping and everything, I think I paid, I don't know, about 200 bucks, a little over just over $200 maybe. And if you divide that by 36, I don't know, there's probably less than, probably $5 a bottle, $6 a bottle. And that goes a long way. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you. And, you know, just haven't been on here very much. Haven't been doing much modeling lately. I've been doing other stuff. And I just finally said, well, I need to get this thing finished, because basically I had the chassis worked out, and, you know, I had to cut the inner fender panels out, obviously, to get everything to fit down. And I probably didn't have to cut them out all the way, but I did. I probably could have just cut them out I could just cut them out around, but the problem you have is, and this one's probably not, I know I did a pickup, whatever. The problem is when you lower them like this, yeah, I could have probably got away. You can't see because the fender base, the tire basically comes right to the bottom of this thing right here. So I probably could have left them in there and just did some cutting, but like if you do like a 60 Chevy pickup or a 65 Chevy pickup and you lay that thing on the ground, then the tire comes up almost to hit the hood. So I had done another one of these, and so I went through that whole thing. So I just went ahead and did it for this one too, but I probably could have got away without. But anyway, there you go, folks. Hopefully, hope somebody might try this and learn a little bit. But like I said, as soon as I sat down and again, that's the first time I've used any of this contrast paint on one of my models, and you know, I had to share it. And you can airbrush this stuff too, same thing. And just my mind just flashed right here of how much easier a military model is going to be, a tank, a truck, or whatever, if you use this kind of paint. You're going to get a really effect without all that, you know, oh my God, hours and hours and hours of messing around with stuff. So anyway, thanks everybody, and I'll get this up and you know, we'll let you go. Thank you.